Alright, good morning everyone. Today we have Xfinity at ISM Raceway. 100% race, 200 laps. Phoenix is definitely not the best track in terms of my overall pace, but I try to do what I can. If you guys are curious, here's the setup. It's actually the same one I use for trucks when they come later on in the year. And we'll head out to qualify.
Hammer down.
Phoenix in and of itself is a very simple track. Generally by those cones right there is when I just let off the gas, because you can just kind of coast into 3 and 4 and you save a lot of fuel. If I recall correctly, you can pretty much do a one stop around here, and around the second set of cones here is where I start braking. Let it coast into, I guess now that's 3 and 4. Here's 1 and 2 now. Sorry about messing that up. So just before the set of cones is where I let off. And by the end of the little tire marks right there is where I pick up the throttle. This setup allows the car to roll through the center nicely. Again, second set of cones. Brake. Taking a high line. And across the finish line. 15th. Alright. Definitely better than what I would expect. That was generally around the lap time I was running in practice. 28 flat is generally where I was going. Elliott Sadler was on pole, so good for him. Like I said, I'm not expecting that much out of this race, but we'll definitely see what happens. Someone got dinged, so I'm up on the outside in 14th now. Apparently there's Brandon Brown. Apparently he's just fast.
All right, coming to the green. Almost ready. Green set, let's go.
So strategy-wise, you can pretty much do a one-stop around here. I mean,
that car there's on your inside.
It is very simple to save fuel.
That car there's on your inside. Inside.
They stack up. They'll start spreading out here soon. Like I said, I'm definitely not expecting to do that well.
Bottom lane's clear.
The AI are like god tier through 3 and 4 in all levels of the game, whether it be trucks, Xfinity, or Cup.
Clear all around.
Really tight on the onset of this run.
On your inside. Inside.
But since you can do a one stop around here, that means tire wear is always going to be a factor. So I want to gain as many positions as I can. I don't want to take the dog leg too soon.
Stay low.
Because that's when you come up on them. The AI are really slow as hell, going through 1 and 2. So you just really be careful as you break through there.
Still there. Alright, clear outside.
Take the dog leg around here. So like where you let up the gas, you have to like touch the throttle a couple times, just so you don't run into the back of them.
Still there.
I know it's still a persistent thing, that if you get front end damage and it makes the damage notifier go to 99%, that actually impacts your speed.
Wow, that's fast.
So I definitely don't want that. Lap traffic is also a very important thing to note around here. they can definitely hold up the AI a lot, but at the same time, so yeah, you can gain pace.
Still there.
So it kind of like bounces out throughout the entirety of the track.
Full, still there.
You don't want to enter too high through one and two as well, because I find that the lower you get, the car wants to wash up.
Careful now, still there.
See, I did exactly what I said don't do, so now that's going to impact my speed the rest of the race. Did 2%. But oh well, we'll deal. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it's definitely going to knock a few tenths off a lap. I was just trying to maximize 3 and 4 and just got in a little too deep. So despite what I said about the tire wear, you can do this pretty much on one stop. If there's a caution, I am going to pits before we have to make a green flag stop. For two reasons, really. One, the pit road is obscenely long, so I want to minimize as little time as possible, as well as just overall better pace on new tires. The longer the green flag stint goes, the slower I just become. Overall, though, I think I'm faster than Chastain.
Keep hitting your mark, man. You keep getting better.
It's just I keep having to let up for him at the end of every corner. Just to reiterate, this is on hard mode. Because in this particular career mode for Xfinity, I'm in a 3-star team, and the difference in overall speed between Legend and Hard for a 3-star team is just insane. Like I would be not even running with the fellow 3-star cars. I'd be finishing last every race, and that's just not good. So I feel like running it here would allow for the most enjoyability for both on my end and for any viewer. That being said, super speedways will be on Legend. That was a bad corner right there. Is that Ryan Preece or Christopher Bell behind me? Okay, it was Matt Tift and Ryan Preece. Chastain's already starting to pull away from me. See if we can start clawing him back. Tire wear shouldn't be that bad. No, yeah. Generally, when tire wear goes into the 70s, is where pace starts being affected.
Wow, that's fast.
Generally speaking, I want to take the dogleg at the end of every turn or every lap, because it just allows for a straighter line and therefore more acceleration. Because if you actually take the track as it should be, like what the AI do, as I Tokyo drift in there, For some reason, it's like
Keep hitting your mark, man.
they
Get better.
would gain the same amount of speed as they would take the dog leg, but by driving the track normally. So to kind of make up for that, I'm just gonna be like, oh well, I'll just take the dog leg, and it doesn't hurt the car at all. Because if you do it in real life, it would definitely hurt the car, like the sides being dragged along the pavement, and etc. etc. Also, another thing of note is going back to the hard difficulty, is because I also have momentum, which is a 10% speed boost. So that's also like really helping me stay up here in the pack. And for 3-star teams, I do believe in order to gain and keep momentum, it's 3 consistent top 10s in every race that you do in career mode. Which in truck should be no problem, but in Xfinity, especially in what's it called, my problem tracks, which happen to be like Kansas, Iowa. I'm talking about with the lap traffic. It's holding up. I do believe that's both right up to myself and Chastain. Chastain's gonna really be a roadblock and just basically just go right around Christopher Bell, as Christopher Bell finally
Clear all around.
decides, oh wait, I can just go around the lap traffic, and he'll probably just pass Chastain back. So, since Phoenix is like one of my problem tracks, I generally try to get into a rhythm. I mean, you generally try to find a rhythm with every track you go to, but for me especially, in the problem tracks, I find more speed in attempting to do the same thing over and over.
Car on the outside now, outside. Clear all around.
Just pump the brakes a little bit, just to gain a little more stability through 1 and 2.
Careful, still there.
Drive right around Vinnie Miller. It's also worthy of noting that Chastain is currently the Xfinity points leader. Alright, so I want to go around the outside here. Whoa, oh, never mind, Christopher Bell's there.
Hold a good wheel here, don't move. Stay high.
But yeah, this even brought Tyler Reddick back to us. Same with Daniel Hemrick. By running the high line, though, it means I won't be able to do the dog leg, which means, generally speaking, this lap won't be as fast.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
But that's fine.
Got one down low now. Got one down low. It's inside. Clear all around.
There we go. I'm fully expecting to get past again here soon. Christopher Bell seems to be on it. Yeah, 29.2. On like extremely worn tire wear, I've been finding myself running at like 2 seconds above my personal best. Christopher Bell's just fast. He can just have the spot. And if Cole Custer comes to me as well, I'm not even going to fight it.
Hold your line. Stay up high. Stay high. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
It'll be just ruining both our races.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there. Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free. Top lane free here. Use it if you need it. Top lane free.
Kind of had to pump the brakes a little bit there, just for stability, because that was exactly what I was talking about. As Time Majeski just drifts up. There we go. Because like the lower line you take, the car just washes up the track. So by maintaining a high line, you can actually use it to your advantage. I want to say that's one of the Flex Seal cars right there, because I want to say that Allgaier's in the lead. Which he could have won last time at Las Vegas. But Tyler Reddick snatched that from underneath his feet. There we go. Pedaled that up a few times in order to get alongside Joe Nemechek, but we're there.
Alright, now you're clear.
It's at this point in the run I'm going to start letting off the gas earlier in 1 and 2. Just to maintain the bottom line. You just run overall faster times by doing that. But yeah, here's what I'm starting to talk about with the whole tire wear issue. My tires are starting to wear, and the people in front of me are just pulling away. Chastain should be coming up on me here soon as well.
Still there. Clear all around.
Pump the brakes a little bit. Let off the gas as I still hit the wall, but no matter. No damage. Well, it knocked off 1%, but it's not the end of the world. Just a bad run in a bad corner. Okay, that was Chastain. Yeah, we're already on 52 laps. Being able to just coast through 1 and 2 really allows to save some fuel, allowing the one stopper to work. But it's always the tracks that that allow the one stop to work that like become my problem tracks, because like no one's like, because tire wear isn't that much of an issue for the AI, only fuel is. So it just becomes a I don't even know the word to describe it. As a side note, one thing I don't really get is that like Spencer Gallagher's AI in this game is either really good or really bad. Like he is either like on it, like winning races, or he is like in the high 20s. It's almost like there's no in between. 10 seconds to the leader. I am definitely not expecting to finish on the lead lap, even here in 8th, because by the time lap 100 rolls around, I'm probably going to be somewhere in the teens.
Careful, still there.
Don't want to spend too much time on Ryan Reed and
Top lane's free.
Ryan
Use it
Sieg.
if you need it.
The Ryans over here.
Top lane's free.
There we go. It's a good thing I have the use of like the shadows of like the lights, because those indicate as time goes on where to pick up the gas in 1 and 2. Let's see, 66% already on the right front. Pull up right behind Tommy Joe Martins, and I'm going to go around the outside, pick up the gas right here. As Ross Chastain totally caught me.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Still there. Alright, now you're clear.
Wash up the track for no discernible reason. Get down low.
Inside. Bottom lane's clear. Use it if you need it. Inside.
And Ross Chastain is just faster than me. I'm not going to put up that much of a fight. There we go. And back to ninth. Alright, who's next? Ryan Preece, 3.5 seconds back.
Careful, still there. All clear, all clear. Caution's out, wave them off behind you.
So, yeah, Allgaier, I think, already lapped up to, or Nemechek, interesting, already lapped up to 18th, so we're not going to fall that far behind if we maintain that. So everyone from Ryan Reed on back. So I'm going to pit. Yeah, no reason not to.
Alright, be smart out there. Going green. Alright, be ready. Green flag, green flag.
Oh, it's for engine failure, nice.
Inside. Got one down low now, got one down
That's
low.
one thing I never got. Is that for anyone that has a like engine failure, they just stay out on a oh, Cindric, what are you doing, man? That just totally ruined the corner. Okay, nice.
Still there.
Can't take the dog leg because Gallagher's still there.
Hold this line here.
Should have a good run around the outside here, though.
Alright, now you're clear. Hold your line. You got one inside. Hold your line. Hold your line. Stay up high. Stay high. Hang tight there, driver.
So what is going to kill me is if there is another caution here in the next 50 or so laps.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Oh, come on, Austin Cindric. Intentionally hold up. As Yaley pulls off the big cojones move and goes 3 wide. Take the dog leg.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Whoa. Definitely don't want to do that.
Still there. Drop your speed, driver. All right, clear outside. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
All right. Try to make our way back forward.
Stay low. Still there. Clear all around.
Don't want to run into the back of Grala. Dive to the inside of him though.
All right, now you're clear.
And there we go. Harvick is next. I would highly doubt it, but if this would go green, I am going to pit on like lap 130 because that would still allow me to be on the lead lap.
Still there.
And in front of like the leaders now. Okay, so since they need a pit still because I didn't do it over caution, if we go green, that means they'll have to come around lap 100 or so, and they can go the rest of the way. But if we go green, I definitely will be able to make that mark. I have no idea what Brandon Brown's doing. I'll be able to make that mark in order to just save on tire wear and not just attempt to go the full 100 laps. I can just cut down on lap 130. I think that's like the good mark in between when the tire wear really starts to hurt lap times. And Brandon Brown's holding me up. He's maintaining the high lane. Kevin Harvick's not doing anything. See if I can get anything done here.
Still there. Clear all around.
Let's just take a dive.
Inside. All clear.
Had no time to lose.
Got one inside. Hold your line. Bottom lane's clear. Bottom lane is clear. Inside.
He's fighting, but we'll be able to clear him off of 1 and 2.
Still there. Bottom lane's clear. Use it if you need it.
One thing to note is that when the AI are that low, that means they're generally going to either make a dive for it in the beginning of the corner, or they're going to launch off of you on corner exit.
Still there.
Either way, watch out.
Clear all around.
Generally speaking, you can go beneath the yellow lines over on 3 and 4 and be fine. However, in 1 and 2 over here, as Jeremy Clements, apart from like corner exit, it just makes the car incredibly unstable.
Still there.
Jeremy Clements just a moving chicane. Yeah, this definitely opens the door for strategy, which is very interesting. If we actually maintain a green flag race. I mean, this game is notorious for throwing cautions at the most inopportune times. Alright, so next up is Joey Gase. And I think that's Ryan Truex. Yep. As Brandon Brown's actually maintaining pace with me. Despite being in 20th, he's trying to get that lucky dog. Ooh, as I just am loose and into 3 and 4 there. Oh, good corner.
Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
I feel like in order to have the best chance of like actually doing well, this is the key part of the race where I'm on like optimal pace compared to the leaders up in front, and by the time they need to come down to pit at like lap 100, 105, something like that, in order to go the rest of the way. And between that time and lap 130 where I'm going to come down, I myself don't want to give them a lap, give them their lap back, so I need to put as little distance between myself and them as possible. Currently at 6 seconds, you're probably being held up by traffic. And that's where I said on the top, oh, loose. That's where I was saying on, I did not mean to just totally dive bomb Joey Gase like that. On the yeah, deserve that, just to get passed back. At the top of the show, that lap traffic's, well, as he just stops, is going to be pivotal. That just totally ruined the momentum.
Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear all around.
Very oddly enough, no one is out of this race, so that means whoever had that engine issue that brought out the caution, I want to say it was
Clear
Jeff Green.
Around. We need you to slow down, please.
Just, well, fix their issues.
Clear all around.
And this brought everyone back up to here. There's Matt Tifft right over there. There's Ross Chastain, Daniel Hemrick. Pumped the gas a couple times as
Still
Morgan
there?
Shepherd gives no
clear.
room. Cole Custer's back here.
Hang tight
Whoa.
there, driver. Hold this line here.
Chastain being aggressive.
Need you to stay on the bottom.
Makes it work though.
Still there.
Oh, totally sideways.
Track's all yours, bud. You're
But
clear.
made it work.
All clear.
And that's back up into P10. So lost 2 seconds in between that first part of lap traffic. Here comes the second part now. Can't tell if that's Josh Malicki up there or if that's Elliott Sadler. I think Elliott Sadler's like up in third or something like that. Here's Ryan Preece. I'm gonna take a shallow line through here. I don't want to come up and just, yeah, that.
Still there.
Because if I would have came up after taking the dog leg,
Still there.
I probably would have caused a caution. That would have ruined my race.
Drop your speed, driver.
I definitely don't want to cause involuntary cautions like that. Race as cleanly as possible.
All right, now you're clear. Got one outside now. All right, now you're clear.
Especially in career mode, like I've seen many career modes in races being ruined because of a rival. So I would much like to just skip that step.
All right, careful now. Still there. All right, now you're clear.
Getting down below Spencer Boyd.
Car there is on the outside. Outside. Top
I
lane
am
straight here. Use it if you need it.
nowhere near fast enough to pass Hemrick and Cole Custer on track. But for the first time, we are in quite a bit of like free air. So at this point in the run, I want to see what my lap times can really be. I'm expecting somewhere in the 29.0 territory.
Still there.
Okay, maybe this wasn't the best lap to test that, but I feel like that would have been a 29.0 if
Outside.
Josh Williams wasn't here.
All right, clear high, bud. All clear.
Yeah, like I said, around a 29.0 in free air. Pump the brakes a little bit just to roll through the center a little better, not drift up that much. Cole Custer is gaining on us, but like I said earlier, he's in like one of the like 8-9 cars in front of us that we will not be able to pass on track. Joey Gase is starting to close in as well. Just gonna let Cole Custer go.
Inside, inside, inside.
There we go. Unfortunately not taking the dog leg this turn, but whatever. Alright, coming up on 50 more laps until we need a pit, and 20 until
Clear all around.
The AI do.
Careful now. Still
Like
there.
I said, one of the things that would kill our race is if a caution comes out in like the next 20 laps or so. Because that would allow the AI to pit and be able to go the rest of race distance. But I just have a gut feeling that there will be a caution here soon. Yeah, Joey Gase is on it. In this cycle as well, I definitely don't want to fall a lap down myself. But I highly doubt that will happen here in the next 20 laps. Despite being in 8th, I'm roughly half the track around the leader. Who's behind Joey Gase? Matt Tifft? I wonder where Chastain went. It's generally speaking this part of the race where nothing really happens. You're just clicking off laps right now. I don't know how many viewers actually do 100% races, but as the only race length I do, it's that weird interim period where you're just clicking off laps. And every race has that, both in real life and in video games. Definitely gonna let Joey Gase go. He's
got one down low now.
He's fast.
Down low, inside.
Which good for him. You know, he usually runs like high teens or the 20s. It's just that yeah. It's starting to get rough out here. Come on, Stephen Light.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear all around.
Also, with this amount of tire wear, each time you just get on the throttle, the car just does not want to turn.
Caution's out. Wave them off behind you.
Well, there's that caution. This is interesting. Well, surprisingly, no one's pitting. Caution must be for BJ McLeod. How many cars are one lap down? 3. Brandon Jones is going to get back on the lead lap. Hell.